Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing another installment of Tracy Talks TV. This is the 5th installment that I've done of this series, and this is going to be me talking about the TV shows that I've finished since I did this video a couple of months ago. So I've got 11 TV seasons to talk about, so I'm just going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start off with the TV shows that I actually don't have. So this could be shows that I watched like as they aired, or if I watched them via streaming, but I don't actually physically have like the DVD or Blu-ray in my collection. So I'm just going to start with those first. And first up I have NCIS season 15. So I finally caught up with the flagship of the NCIS franchise, because I fell massively behind and I've been trying to binge watch and catch up with the season, and I finally did that. So I'm glad I caught up. Season 15 wasn't my favourite just because there was so much behind the scenes drama that was happening this season, and you could tell when you watched the show, particularly where Abby and Gibbs' relationship is concerned, because if you follow the behind the scenes drama, Mark Harmon and Paulie Perrette had like this massive falling out, and it basically impacted it to the point where they refused to do scenes together. So that really dragged with the relationship, and you sort of especially when you go back to the older seasons, you sort of realize just how I think pivotal, I think that's the word I was thinking, like that relationship is. And it just kind of took away from the enjoyment of the show, and I'm hoping season 16 sort of moves on past that. So, but so season 15 not a favourite, but I'm glad I still caught up, and especially where season 15 left off. So there's a bit of a cliffhanger this season. So to tune in for season 16 at the end of September. So, but the first show that I finished to talk about was NCIS season 15, and then continuing on with NCIS, I caught up with NCIS LA, so I finished season 9. Again, even though not so much with season 15, it didn't have similar issues that I did enjoy season 9. I thought overall the story, I quite enjoyed the season, but my main issue was Mosley, the new assistant director. Now, I understand why they had to replace Granger, because obviously the actor passed away and, can't do much with that. But I was enjoying her character up until the last episode, and she just rubbed me the wrong way. And it's to the point where I'm really hoping she's not back next season, because it really dragged down. My dislike of her really dragged down. Just with the enjoyment of watching the show. And I don't normally feel that way about characters, and yes, I can understand her character viewpoint, but especially the way she treated Deeks when he was being the sole reason, the voice of reason on the show. And so I'm basically hoping that next season it's either she's not going to be there because she's going to be on the run, in hiding, or they actually do one where she's goes on trial for her actions, and Deeks actually does make good on his threat to testify against her. Just because, I did not like her character at all. I mean, yes, I actually didn't like Granger when he first came on, but over time I did grow to like him. But Mosley's just, that whole season 9 finale just ruined her character for me, and I'm really hoping she's not back next season. So I haven't seen too many news about season 10, but I'm just really hoping that she's not back. So those were the two sort of the main shows that I sort of try and keep up with. So I've caught up on 2 of the 3 NCISs. Hopefully next time I do this I'll be caught up on NCIS New Orleans, but since I haven't, obviously I'm caught up on that, I won't be talking about that season. in here, but so that's those two. And then moving on to the CW shows that I've been slowly making my way through, I wasn't planning on actually catching up, and then I actually ended up going to Sydney Supernova because there was a lot of people from the Florroverse there, and if you've seen my my vlog and my haul from that, you'll know who I ended up meeting in that. So because I wanted to go to the panels, I didn't want to run the risk of being spoiled for the latest season, so I binged watched season 4 of The Flash and season 6 of Arrow. I did prefer season 4 of The Flash over over season 6 of Arrow, just because, I don't know, there was a lot of I think I prefer the overall storyline of season 4 of The Flash, because yeah, just with the main plot with what's the villain's name, the Thinker. I think that was some storyline. Yeah, there were some aspects of season 4 I didn't really like, but overall I preferred it to Arrow, and yeah, Arrow just felt really disjointed this past season, and I'm not sure if there was a lot going on with the writers behind the scenes, because I think there was a bit of drama, because there's new, I think, front runners or something, or people who were in charge of the scripts, but because overall in Arrow there was 2 episodes that I really enjoyed, and the rest I just felt were okay. So, because I really enjoyed season 6 episode 4 and season 18. Season 6 episode 18. I thought those 2 were the standout episodes of the season, and yeah, so I'm hoping season 7 sort of gets back on track, because especially where season 6 left off. So I'm still looking forward to continuing on with the seasons, and hopefully I'll get caught up on Supergirl, and then I'll be all up to date with the CW, the DC TV shows. So that's the plan anyway, but for now I'm caught up on Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, and Arrow. So yeah, so that's the CW shows, and then I have one more show that I don't have, and that is, I finally jumped on the Brooklyn Nine-Nine bandwagon, and I watched season 1 on Netflix, and I'm completely in love. I understand the hype now. It was just I found it such an easy show just to get into, and yeah, I love the characters, and yeah, the story and yeah, it actually did make me laugh quite a lot in watching it. So yeah, my style of humor, and yeah, I'm just can't believe it just took me it was the point of the show getting basically getting cancelled was the catalyst to finally jumping on with the show. But I'm glad I did, because I will be finishing the show. I don't know if I'll get caught up with by the time season 6 airs, because I'm pretty sure season 6 is going to be airing mid-season, so next year, but we'll see how I go. But for now, it's I have watched season 1, and yeah, at some point I will be watching the remaining seasons. So, but yeah, just so you know, I do love the show, and yeah, I want to continue watching it. And yeah, so I think actually my favourite character is Terry. Is that the one Terry Crews plays? Because I'm pretty sure his character's name's Terry as well. So I love his character on the show. I think he's probably for me the funniest character on there. Which, even though a lot of them, a lot of the characters are pretty funny. So but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see where the show goes. So I'm up to season 2, episode 3. So I do still have a few seasons left to catch up on, but hopefully at some point I'll just marathon them. But yeah, so I finished season 1 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so that was that one. And so those were the shows that I watched that I don't own. So now I'm just going to jump into the TV shows that I watched out of my own collection. And the first one is, I finished off my rewatch of Horrible Histories. So I watched series 4 through to 6 in this set, and then I watched series 7. Series 7 was the first time viewing for me, because I'd never seen this series. But out of this, I do prefer series 4 and 5, because I think 1 to 5, the show was just brilliant. Series 6 had its moments. Like, I liked what they did, that they had a special with, like, all these different historical figures, but I think I definitely preferred, like, just the general, like, sketches and skits from Series 1 to 5, and Series 7 was okay. I think my favourite part was it, I think it was like Married at First Sight or Historical First Dates. It was one of those type of TV shows, and it was about Henry VIII, and how he was like meeting all these, like, the different wives. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yes, I did finish my rewatch of Horrible History, so that one. And then, speaking of Arrow, I did finish watching Arrow season 1, and this was because at the time I started this, I was going to do a rewatch of Arrow and then watch season 6, but then obviously Supernova happened, so I just decided to stop with the the rewatch plans, because I thought, you know what, I'll just watch season 6 and then maybe in a few years I will actually attempt to do a rewatch from start to finish. But it's very interesting going back through, like, the first season, because it's been a couple of years since I watched season 1, which seems to be a thing. I seem to go rewatch season 1, but I never go on beyond it. So one of these days I will rewatch past season 1 and do season 2 and 3, because I do own the seasons. But yeah, I did rewatch season 1. The first half of this show, it is, like, does take a bit to get into, because obviously I've seen these episodes quite a few times, but I do think once it gets to about past episode 6, like, the show really picks up, and yeah, it sort of made me a bit nostalgic for, you know, early Arrow, just, like, you know, where they started and knowing how the show actually, like, where the show is at this point. But yeah, I found it quite interesting going back to Arrow season 1 and watching that, but I won't be continuing on with a rewatch plan, so, like, my plan to rewatch the series, so maybe in a few years I'll sit down and actually do an Arrow, like, well, actually, not just an Arrow marathon. I'd like to do one where I watch Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and I just watch everything, like, rewatch everything. So I think that'll be my plan in the, you know, and Supergirl as well, but that'll be, like, my plan in a few years' time. But yeah, so I did attempt to start a rewatch of Arrow, but I just only watched season 1. And then, speaking of DC TV, I also finished, and this is the last show that I have to talk about, I finished a rewatch of season 1 of Supergirl, because I haven't seen this since it was first airing, back when I used to catch up on, like, actually be caught up on my TV shows. But because I felt, out of all the TV shows, Supergirl was the show that I fell massively behind on, and I enjoy Supergirl. It's just, I don't know why I never went back to it. It was like after the first crossover, it was like I just didn't go back to Supergirl. But the plan with this one is to so rewatch season 1 and then rewatch the first few episodes of season 2 and then finish that season and then watch season 3 and hopefully get caught up in time for season 4. But we'll see with my next Tracy Talks TV if I actually stick to this. But I really did enjoy working my way through season 1 of Supergirl, because, yeah, as I said, haven't seen it since it was airing. And but all these words made me realise just how much I love Cat Grant. I think she's my favourite character in this show. I just sort of love her snark, and sort of it sort of makes me sad that she's not around after the first couple of episodes in season 2. I think she does make an appearance in season 3, but yeah, I definitely will miss Cat Grant in the show. So, but yeah, I thought this was actually quite a fun revisit, and it also made me realise just how much actually, speaking of favourite characters, Alex, Kara's sister, I actually forgot just how much I actually do like her character. I think next to Kat, she's probably my favourite, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into this show and getting caught up, and yeah, so that's Supergirl Season 1. And that is it for this installment of Tracy Talks TV, so I'm just going to stop it here. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!